Brooke Drinnon, and I'm here at Bulls Gap School with Miss Stephanie Brennan, who teaches 6th grade ELA.
Hi.
And Stephanie, as part of your school's plan to foster a culture of literacy, you guys implemented some lunchtime book clubs.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit about how you've implemented those and how it's going so far?
Yes, in 6th grade we started out with Harry Potter. There was about 15 students that joined up at first, and we're down now to about 8, which is about normal. It's a volunteer thing. I don't do it as a grade, and the kids really enjoy just wanting that to read. After reading Percy Jackson, the first book in our class, I had a lot of students interested in reading the series, so I started the second book club, which is now the Percy Jackson book club. And the students in that book club were not students who I thought would want to be in a book club, and so they're thriving in there.
So you've seen a difference in students being motivated to read and being interested in it. And I'm sure that it helps that you're using those high interest series.
Oh yeah, and it's the series that really gets them. Individual books, at least for me, are harder to get into. It's when the story continues past the first book that seems to really get interests of wanting to be readers from there.
Okay.
So.
And how do you conduct the book club?
Well, it's, they have a set number of chapters they're supposed to read each week. They can go past that, but they can't go past the book. So this week in Percy Jackson, the students were to get to chapter 14. I had 2 students that didn't reach that, so we pushed. Now they have to read 2 extra chapters plus what they're supposed to read this week. But it was just, oh, we were out an extra day kind of thing why they didn't read it, but they get caught up there. So, and then we just sit and discuss their favorite parts. I normally ask guided questions per chapter, 1 or 2 questions per chapter, just to, get them talking and the ball rolling about the discussions. Otherwise, it's student-led discussions on the series that we read. So,
wonderful.
Yeah.
And how has your coach helped you with the book clubs?
Well, you have helped me get the materials that I need, sit in on classes or the discussions and talk with the students, get their feedback on how they're enjoying it, which helps me know that they really are enjoying it because I'm just their teacher. So it's been helpful.
I really enjoyed the Harry Potter book club that I got to sit in on.
Yes.
That was my first experience reading Harry Potter, and it was just really fun to go through that with the students.
And those students really do enjoy it. When they started reading it, they weren't really sure. They just wanted to please the teacher. And then halfway through the first book, they're like enthralled, which is how I got started as reading anyway, was through Harry Potter. So it really makes me happy when I see other students light up for it. So.
And final question,
Sure.
Do you have any future plans, things that you're thinking about doing with the book club, or even any advice to schools who are thinking about implementing lunchtime book clubs?
Well, with the book club that we're doing, with snow coming up, I'm actually thinking about doing smaller books where it's just 1 book rather than a series, more of literature circles, and those will take up 1 or 2 extra days during the week for lunchtime. As far as advice goes, just if you start them, stick with it. Last year was the first year I started doing the Harry Potter book club, and some of the kids were, kind of going off on their own, and I'm like, we got to get back on task. Some of them weren't getting caught up, and so my big thing with the book club, I guess, would be it's not the reading skills in middle school that they need to hit. It's the story behind it. So if they're getting behind, I'll allow them to do audiobooks because that sometimes can get them caught up, especially if students play a lot of sports. They don't always have time to sit and read a book, but they can listen to it, while they're going to practice or while they're practicing. So I guess just allowing those other options of mediums to get the reading done.
So thinking about purchasing audiobooks as well as print books.
You can get on YouTube and find most audiobooks, that they're read out for you. So as long as they have a plan that allows it on a phone, then that works too. I give them websites that I use for my audiobooks that they are more than welcome to sign up for on their own without using my user password. But otherwise, yes, there's areas out there for both of those book clubs, to use. So
well, thank you very much, Stephanie.
Welcome. Thank you.